It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Giants and the Steelers. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it, that feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give them the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. That's not good enough, man.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 3rd and 12. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Pickett. Got his man. It's Warren.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 58 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And he will have a Steelers Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Pickett now on first down. A short one there to Freiermuth.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Henry out of the pistol.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 38.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Again, it's Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throwing to the hands of Pickens.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Warren will try the right side.
A beautiful fake. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Pickett.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 4 yards out.
and the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now out come the Giants.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 28-yard line. They begin with Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Pickett back to throw.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Inside handoff. Henry shreds the tackle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now Pickett.
He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Thomas from 8 yards out. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field is halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
Touchdown, Giants!
Wan'Dale Robinson, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fights forward at the 20. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Henry up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A first down carry for Barkley. Dancing away at the 35.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to Barkley again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they're able to answer back here in the third quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe? One of the great Grand Slam epics. Go ahead and look it up, folks.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here's Pickett on second down.
His throw incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's Jackson. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
2nd and 9 now. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pickett throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. Touchdown! Darnell Washington, 34 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And there's a situation where it's a tight end. Once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Austin. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Called out a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Austin. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A short one there to Freiermuth. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Pickett. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants now down 24-20, a little under 2.5 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Pickett. That's to Freiermuth.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
One final shot for Pickett.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.